let's talk about insurance. Insurance is a side bet offered by the casino when the dealer has an ace up. The bet? Does the dealer have a blackjack? If the dealer has a blackjack and you don't, you win on your insurance bet but lose your original bet. No money changes hands. Well, this is what the term insurance refers to. If you also have a blackjack, your original bet pushes and your insurance bet pays 2 to 1. If, on the other hand, the dealer does not have a blackjack, you lose your insurance bet. The insurance bet size is limited to half your original wager.
Insurance.
What's insurance?
Insurance is an option we give you that allows you to protect your wager. You see, it's like this. If I have a 10 in the hole, I'll have a blackjack and you'll lose your bet.
Oh.
But you can insure against losing your bet by buying insurance. You put up half your original wager, and if I have a 10 in the hole, it pays you 2 to 1. Understand?
I think so.
No money changes hands. You lost your bet to my blackjack, but since you took insurance, it pays you 2 to 1. It's the fairest deal in town.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm gonna buy insurance from now on.
The dealer is your best pal and would never steer you wrong. Always buy insurance, relax, and have another drink. False. The truth of the matter is, unless you're counting cards, never buy insurance. Only someone counting knows when buying insurance is a profitable bet. Speaking of profitable bets, knowing when the best time to double down and split pairs can be profitable. These options are important because they allow you the opportunity to put more money on the table in an advantageous situation. Therefore, it is essential to recognize these opportunities. To double down a hand, turn both cards face up and place an additional bet beside your original one. The dealer will deal you only one additional card face down. Allow the dealer to turn this card over for you. For example, your first 2 cards are a total of 11. And 11 is an excellent hand. There is not a card in the deck capable of busting you on the draw. And remember, there are 16 10-count cards in every deck just waiting to make 21. But even if you draw an ace for a total of 12, you're not betting on making your hand. You're betting on the dealer busting his. Considering doubling down, keep in mind that casino restrictions differ from house to house. Some will allow doubling only on certain totals, such as 9, 10, and 11. Others will allow you to double on any 2 numbers. Our last option is pair splitting. Pair splitting is allowed when a player receives like cards, such as a pair of 2s or 3s. All face cards are considered pairs, such as a jack and a queen, and most casinos will allow you to split face cards. Knowing when and what to split is very important to your gaming bankroll. To split a pair, turn both cards face up and place an additional wager of the same size as your original bet in front of your second card. The dealer will then deal to one hand and then the other. All of these decisions will become clear when you understand the basic strategy of the game. Most of the decisions you will make require only common sense, but there will be exceptions to the rule. And that's where card counting comes into play. You don't really count the cards per se. Each card is assigned a variable. In the simple plus-minus count, the cards are divided into 3 groups. The plus count cards, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, are assigned a rating of +1. There are 20 of these in a single deck. The minus count cards are aces and 10s. 10 count cards include all face cards like jacks and kings and are assigned a rating of -1. There are 20 of these in a deck. 7s, 8s, and 9s are assigned a rating of 0 and not counted at all. There are 12 of these cards. Because there are the same number of plus cards as minus cards, we call the plus-minus a balanced count system. Everything starts at 0 and returns to 0. When you begin counting, you add or subtract by 1 as you go. Here's an example of a run. Are you ready? I know it's fast, but this is a good practice drill. You should be able to count down the deck in 20 seconds or less. To test your accuracy, remove a single card from the deck. Don't look at it. Then do your speed drill. If you've counted correctly, your deck should be off count by the value of the card you removed from play. Now, our run ended at +1, so the card we removed should be a minus card to bring us back to 0, and it is, a queen. So how does all of this help you win money? As cards come out of the deck, the scale moves up and down with every card, showing you the relationship of high and low or bust to non-bust cards yet unplayed. When the count is positive, you have the advantage and can increase the size of your wager. When the count is negative, the casino has the advantage, and you'd want to place a small waiting bet or the minimum bet the table allows. When the true count is high, say +4, you have a positive expectation of about 2%. As the scale rises or falls, your advantage is affected 0.5% with each point change. For example, the dealer deals you a 6-10, and the guy next to you a 10-10. The count is now -2. Watch the scale with each card dealt. The dealer has a 7 showing. You would naturally hit your 16. You receive another 6 for a total of 22, and the dealer takes your money so fast, you'll think you're dealing with the IRS. The dealer draws a 7, a 9, and busts. The count is now -1. On the second round, you're dealt a pair of 2s, and the guy next to you gets a 6-5. The dealer has a 5 up. You split your pair of 2s and catch a 9. If you're lucky enough to be playing in a casino that allows you to double down after a split pair, do so. You hit again and catch a 10 for a total of 21. You hit your other 2 with a 10 for 12. Now, basic strategy dictates that you stand and let the dealer hit and take the chance of busting. The player next to you catches a 6 for a total of 17. The dealer has a 3 in the hole and catches a 4 for a total of 12. Hits again, catches a 10, and busts out. Now, do you know the count? The count is now +4. Once you master the running count, you must make what's called the true count conversion. Since the count in card counting is relative only as an indicator of count per deck, you must now convert this running count to the true count. The count, as just demonstrated, is relative to a 4-deck game just beginning. But let's assume 2 of the 4 decks have been dealt out. To find the true count, just divide the running count by the number of decks left in play, in this case, 2. A quick glance at the discard tray will allow you to estimate the number of decks yet unplayed. A +4 count divided by the remaining 2 decks gives you a true count of 2, or 1% in your favor. This is where proper betting strategy is important. Most gamblers go broke because of bad or non-existent money management. With a 1% advantage, you'd bet only 1% of your total gaming bankroll. This will keep you within an acceptable element of ruin. For example, your gaming bankroll is $1,000. 1% of $1,000 is $10. Therefore, your bet would be $10. Never bet more money than your advantage at any given moment during the game. Divide your gaming bankroll into 4ths and carry only a 4th with you when you go to play. The temptation to double up when you're losing is a bad emotional play. If you lose your 4th for this playing session, take a break from the tables. Go swimming or to a show. Have a nice dinner. Then, when you're relaxed, have another go at the tables. Also, watch the cut card placement after the dealer shuffles. You want to play with a dealer who cuts no more than 1.5 decks from play. A dealer who cuts 2 decks from a 4-deck game is a bad bet. Remember, the further down a dealer is willing to deal, the greater the card counter's advantage.
Ace to the ace. Check to the king.
Yeah, I got you now, mate. All right.
Yeah.
11. 21.
I can't believe I've lost all my money already. I guess I should stop for the night. But I know I can win it all back.
After a big loss, always borrow money on credit if necessary to recoup all losses before they get too far out of hand. False. After a big loss, you become more emotionally involved and are likely to take bigger chances to recover losses. This is a bad habit. You should always take a break and analyze what just happened. Only return to the tables when you're thinking clearly.